Tuesday night volleyball here in the Corpus Christi area. Tonight we have the hosting Ray Lady Texans taking on the Victoria West Lady Warriors. Let's run down the rosters for both teams. We'll start with Victoria West, the visitors. Number 1, Kaden Clemens. Number 2, Leia Gonzalez. Number 3, Madeleine Mendoza. Number 4, Aliana Rojas. Number 5, Sawyer Broughton. Number 7, Daylin Zarate. Number 8, Caitlin Gert. Number 9, Abigail Schley. Number 11, Rachel Goodwin. Number 12, Erin Reynolds. Number 14, Canella Cohen. Number 18, Carolyn Cohen. And the libero, number 20/6, Madison Dybala. That's the Victoria West varsity roster. Head coach Elisa Hill. For the WB Ray High School varsity volleyball team, number 1, Natalie Cruz. Number 2, Mia Obregon. Number 3, Sydney Fling. She's one of the captains. Number 4, Amanda Pettis, the other captain. Number 5, Victoria Martinez. Number 6, Miranda Lopez. Number 7, Samia Johnson. Number 8, Leah Cran. Number 9, Isabella Alvarado. Number 11, Madison Ochoa. Number 12, Jada James. Number 13, Madeleine Mendoza. Number 14, Reina Flores. And number 15, one of the captains, Alicia Simmons. The other captains are Sydney Fling and Amanda Pettis. Coaches for Ray is Lauren Bell, Christina Moreland, Yvonne Romans, and Chloe Young. That's the WB Ray varsity volleyball team. So we're just a couple of minutes away from the first serve, and we'll be back. Keep it here, Real Sports Live.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
At Bulls Bail Bonds, our goal is to provide a friendly and efficient bail bond process to our customers. We want to help you with our knowledge and experience to provide a fast and friendly service. We will beat or match our competitors' price. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Filled daily by a number of vendors that ensure
receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700.
This might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Ray High School. I'm Mark Molina, bringing you the call for Tuesday Night Football. We just had the introductions. Now we're going to have the national anthem.
Let me remind you, fans, until the stand will be open throughout the evening, we have the following items: candies, chips, Powerade, grape, and water, popcorn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Just want to thank everybody for joining in tonight. Here Tuesday night, we have a whole slate of games on the schedule. Some volleyball, some still in the regular season like this here in the Corpus area. Corpus Christi Veterans and Corpus Christi Carroll. Flower Bluff at Corpus Christi Moody. Of course, this one here, Victoria West at Ray. We also, in the playoffs, Freer versus Junction, Santa Gertrudis versus Far Vanguard, San Perlita versus Medina, Robstown versus Divine, Brownsville Porter taking on Brownsville Veterans, Harlingen at Los Fresnos, Edinburgh Vela at Edinburgh North, Brownsville Lopez at Brownsville Pace, Piaget at Mission, and Brownsville Rivera at Donna North. All here tonight on Real Sports Live, so make sure to check it all out wherever you guys do social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We stream there. We're also on the Roku Network and Apple TV. You can also follow us on Instagram for more good content, and also check us out at realsportslive.com. Give us a like, give us a share, tell your friends. That's Real Sports Live. We're going to get started here with visiting Victoria West. Serving first. Number 20, Madison Dybala, the libero, on to do the honors first for Victoria West. And there's a spike and a kill by Rachel Goodwin on the outside for the first point. Victoria West strikes first. Dybala on the serve. This will play it on the back row, but goes over and out. This is going to be an ace for Dybala as number 1, Natalie Cruz, try to make a play on it from the back row. Here's the jump serve played on the back row. There's an outside hit. There's number 14, Reina Flores, controlled by Victoria West. There's the bump, and there's sent over. Here's a set. And Cruz gets it that time. Here's a set, and there's a whistle, and that's going to be point for Victoria West. They come out strong, 3-0 early here in set number 1. Of course, best of 5. Here's a set that's for 15, Alicia Simmons on the center of the net, controlled by West. And that was number 3, Sydney Fling, the libero, making the save. And on the outside once again, that's Goodwin for her second kill of the game. Went up strong there on the outside, just able to time it good. And it's now 4-0 early for Victoria West. And this serve goes into the net as Ray takes the point, and they're going to head to the service line as 1 serving 4 now. On to serve, Mia Obregon for the Ray Lady Texans. Here's a set for Goodwin. And Goodwin just, once again, so good there on the outside. So we'll go to the split replay here on the right of the screen. They set her up. She gets the timing out really well there on this far side. We've seen her do it a couple of times here, and we've seen her do it 3 times exactly as that falls on the Texans side of the net. It's going to be another point for Victoria West as they opened up a 5-point lead here early. And on to serve, number 8, Caitlin Gurnt for Victoria West. Here's the jump serve. That one played by the libero Fling, and Amanda Bettis tried to make a play for it, but it went out of bounds. So it's now 7-1 Victoria West early, and Ray takes the timeout as they want to talk it over, and we'll take a break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Castillo, I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
We're back here at Victoria West. The Lady Warriors taking an early 7-1 lead. Over the hosting Lady Texans. This is number 8, Gurnt on the serve. And this one goes over the end line, and it's going to be a point for Ray. It's now 7-2, 2 serving 7. And the libero, Sydney Fling, one of the Ray captains, to serve it. Played on the back row. Here's a setup. There's a nice play on the far end. That's number 12, Erin Reynolds, as she gets in on the action from the far end on the outside for the spike and the kill. It's now 9-2. There's a serve by Leia Gonzalez, controlled by Ray, sent back over, popped up high. DeBala with the set, sent over by Cohen. The outside, that's Flores, controlled by Victoria West. Flores with the bump, here's the set. DeBala pops it up on the outside. There's a double block by Ray. It goes over and out, but the point's going to go over to Victoria West. Nice defensive play there on the net by Ray, but the ball sails out, doesn't fall their way there, and Victoria West now leads 10-2 early on. Here's a setup for Bettis in the middle of the net. And what a save there by Goodwin. And there's a block there by Reynolds. A couple of defensive plays there for Victoria West to pick up the point. They now lead 11-2. As Gonzalez's serve rides the net, falls short, and nobody there for Ray. It's now a 10-point lead, 12-2. So we had a scoreboard error here. It is 11-2. On the outside, it's a set. Sent back over by Victoria West. There's a double block there as Leia Kranz attack for Ray, coming back the other way. Pretty strong on the net for Victoria West so far here, on offense and defense. It is now a 12-2 Victoria West lead over Ray. Gonzalez with the jump serve, sends it into the net. It's going to be a point over to Ray. Serving is going to be Reina Flores, number 14 for the Lady Texans. And she's going to pick up an ace. A little bit of a spark here for the Lady Texans, as she puts down the jump serve. Kind of a shallow serve, just puts it there on the sweet spot as she's on the jump serve again. 2 in a row for Flores. Go back and look at the split screen replay here on the right. This is the same form by Flores. Make that 3 in a row, as you see there. Three straight by Flores now. And this time they're ready for it on the back row. DeBala is. Here's a set by Flores from the outside. There's a double block. Flores bumps it. Here's the set. And here's Ochoa, Madison Ochoa on the outside, controlled by Victoria West. And Victoria West takes that point up. Tip ball went off of Flores and over past the end line for the point. Victoria West leads 13-6, 13 serving 6 now. Here's a jump serve by Aaron Reynolds. And a nice play there on the net by Carolyn Cohen. Just able to get up and get a nice piece of the ball on the spike for the kill. Nice play by the libero. That was Fling, sends it over to the back row. Victoria West able to control it. 14-7. Victoria West doubled up on Ray here. 7 serving 14. Number 1, Natalie Cruz on the serve for the Lady Texans. Point over to Ray. (14-8) now. Here's Cruz on the serve. Played on the back row. Here's a set. And there's Flores for the bump. Here's the set for Ray. There's the outside hit. And that's one Cruz. Able to get the placement down there on the outside. Cruz at the service line. Cruz on the back row. There's Flores. And Ochoa sends it over. That's number 5, Sawyer Broughton. Little cross-court hit there and gets it placed just inside the end line. It's 15-9 now for Victoria West as they lead by 6. Leading the whole way has Victoria West. Led by as many as 10 here early on as Rojas serves, and that's into the net by Fling, the libero, and it's 16-9 now, 16 serving 9. Aliana Rojas on the service line for Victoria West. Flores pops it up, sent over by Fling. Here's a setup in the middle. Outside hit by Ochoa, over and out of bounds. Point over to Victoria West, 17-9 now. As 17 serves 9. And there's a timeout by Ray. And while there's a stoppage in play, we'll take a quick break ourselves. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
At Bulls Bail Bonds, our goal is to provide a friendly and efficient bail bond process to our customers. We want to help you with our knowledge and experience to provide a fast and friendly service. We will beat or match our competitors' price. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And we're back. 17-9 lead by the visiting Victoria West Lady Warriors over the hosting Ray Lady Texans. Here's his first serve out of the timeout. And with dominance there in the middle of the net, that's Carolyn Cohen. There was a setup and she just got all of that one. Sends it over off a Ray player and out of bounds. It's now Victoria West was doubled up on Ray as that ball skips the net. There's a nice play on the net by Victoria West. It was number 18 Cohen, number 14 Cohen, Canella and Caroline. On the net for the block and the point for the Lady Warriors. Here's a setup. Sending it over is James. And that's Cohen in the middle of the net. Canella Cohen for the spike and the kill. It's now 20-9. Rojas still on the service line. She's been there a little while. Here's the setup. And another good defensive play on the net for Victoria West. As number 13, Madeleine Mendoza, tried to go cross court from the outside. And there's a point as Florida sends it over. And it looked like Leia Gonzalez got a piece of it, but except for Poppy straight up, the ball sails past the end line. It's now 21-10. And there's Goodwin with another spike in the kill. She had a couple early on, and there's another one there for her. 12-point lead now for Victoria West. Here's a set. That was Simmons, cross court, but played by Rojas on the back row. Here's a setup. There's Simmons again. Dybala makes a play on it on the back row, and there's Flores. But a little bit too strong was Goodwin for Flores there, as Flores was there to make the play, but ball heads to the front row and falls, and it's 23-10 now. 23 serving 10. And there's an ace for number 9, Abigail Schley. Set point coming up for Victoria West as they've dominated here in set number 1. Here's the jump serve. Flores sets it up for Simmons. Simmons with the light tap, played by Rojas. Simmons goes cross court. There's Rojas again on the outside. And there's just a nice play by Natalie Cruz on the back row for Ray. Going low for the dig, picking it up, sending it over, and Victoria West couldn't make a play on it. So 11 serving 24 as number 9 Isabella Alvarado comes on for Ray. Here's setup. And that's how this point's going to end, is an aggressive approach there by number 18, Carolyn Cohen, and she sends it to the back row for the point. Let's check out the replay here as we get Alvarado's serve, and just set up nicely. It looks like that went off of Alvarado, who would try to make a play there, and she did, but went out of bounds past the end line as she made the effort there on the ground. But 25-11, set number 1, Victoria West rolls to a 1-0 victory here, lead in this match. Set number 2 coming up here in just a couple of minutes, and we'll be back. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oil field construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield. Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for Teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop.
At TSS Photography in Corpus Christi, Texas, you can experience the latest technology in photography. Whether you're an individual or a team, you can experience photography at a whole new level. Real-time photos can be seen on screen as they are taken in-house or from remote locations. You can even have your order placed as you leave the room. Special events? No problem. Take your pose. Choose your background. This is a veteran-owned company, a Texas Hub certified company, over 3 years in service in Corpus Christi, Texas, TSS Photography.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're headed to set number 2 as Victoria West dominates set number 1, 25-11 over Ray. Victoria West just so tough on the net, on offense and on defense, just making a lot of plays. The back row's played well as also. There's another play there by Victoria West. Number 11, Rachel Goodwin, Aaron Reynolds on the block. It's a setup for Reynolds. Coming back the other way, nice block there by Victoria West. That was Cruz diving in. Trying to make a play on it, but could not. And point goes over to Victoria West. As that serve goes into the net, point over to Ray. Here's Simmons from the outside. Coming back the other way, that's Sawyer Broughton to the back row. That was number 2, Mia Obregon. Was in position, just couldn't make a play. Knotted up here at 2 apiece. Madeleine Rendon. Oh, excuse me, that was Leia Gonzalez on the jump serve into the net. Point goes over to Ray. They lead 3-2 here. As Fling sends it over, and from the outside, a strong attack. That was Canella Cohen. Tie things up at 3-all. She got the deflection off Ray player. These outside hitters for Victoria West just so solid, so strong. Patient, they wait for the ball, they wait for the sets, and there's an ace credited to Reynolds. Gives Victoria West the lead 4-3, 4 serving 3. Reynolds at the service line. Jump serve is good. Here's a Ray. Nice effort to get it over. Here's the set. There's a block on front. In position, that was number 4, Amanda Perez. Number 14, Reina Flores. It's 4-all now. Flores had back-to-back-to-back aces in the last match to shorten the gap that was at that point 10 points, and this one gets popped up. And into the basketball court. The basketball goal that's up. And it's now 5-4 Victoria West. This is Rojas on the serve. Flores setting it up for Leah Cran. And that point's going to go over to Victoria West. Rojas on the serve once again as it's 6 serving 4. There's a nice play by Victoria West, and Lady Texans couldn't quite recover there on the front row as Fling came flying in trying to return the ball but could not. And it's now 7-4 as this sails past the end line for Rojas, and it's now 7-5, 5 serving 7. On the serve for Rays, Natalie Cruz. At that point for Ray, but on the outside there is Samia Johnson, who had a shot at it there, was in position, and just didn't roll her way there. Here's Abigail Schley for Victoria West on the serve. Johnson had no shot at it, but coming the other way, sent over by Goodwin. Here's a setup by Flores. Johnson sends it cross court. DeBall is there to send it over. Nice play there by Cohen. And up front, that was number 8, Cran, who couldn't get a control. As she was there, but sends it the other way out past the end line. It's now 9-5 after the point from Victoria West. There's Flores making the play. There's Cran. Johnson sends it over and across the court. Cran pops it up. And there on the net, just waiting for it to come down, was Carolyn Cohen. She's been a force up on the net, especially there in the center. Has made a couple of heads-up plays, and that one she just waited on it. And this is Abigail Schley, sends that serve into the net. It's 10-6 now, 6 serving 10. Samia Johnson sends it over. And that was Leia Gonzalez trying to quickly send it over, but just didn't time it right. Point over to Ray. It's now a 10-7 game, 7 serving 10. On the outside for Goodwin, and Goodwin picks up the point on the spike and the kill. 11-7 now. Victoria West has gotten points here in the first 2 sets. They just gotten them in chunks. Not really any back and forth here so far. As with authority, that's Aaron Reynolds on the middle of the net with a spike in the kill. As Victoria West has been able to come out here and string together points in bunches. It's all about season momentum. And there's Simmons, Alicia Simmons, getting the point on the deflections. She goes up with authority on the far end with the outside hit. Leah Cran serves it. She pick up the ace. As Abigail Schley made a play on it coming in from the back row, but Goes off her wrist and out of bounds. Cran on the serve again. And this attack was by Goodwin, and that goes over and out of bounds. Just misses the line. It's 12-10 now, and a couple of back-to-back points here by Victoria West. Ray to close the gap. It's 12-10 now. And there's a whistle, and it's now a 1-point game. There was just a soft approach there by Victoria West, but the whistle and the point gives the point to the Lady Texans. On the outside, this is Reynolds with the spike in the kill. This set much closer here as Ray has been able to answer. Stop Victoria West from getting those points in bunches and help keep the momentum as DeBala tries to make a play on a Simmons kill, but a little too strong there and goes over her head and out of bounds. 13-12 as 12 serves 13. Miranda Lopez on the serve for Lady Texans. And in the center of the net, once again, that's Reynolds. Timed that one perfectly. And able to get the placement down between the front and the end line. The front row and the back row, excuse me. It was right in that sweet spot there. And that ball comes down on the net, and that's a point for Victoria West, as they now lead 15-12. Madeleine Rendon on the serve. There's a jump serve played on the back row. Here's the setup on the outside. That's Amanda Pettis. Kept alive, and DeBala sends it back over. Scran setting up for Simmons. Played by Ray. This was Sawyer Broughton. For the spike and the kill for Victoria West. And Leia Gonzalez on to serve now. Simmons sends it cross court. There was Gonzalez to make a play, sent over by Goodwin. There's a setup by Fling, and there's Flores. DeBala makes a play on the back row. And that was 14. Canella Cohen going to get credit for that point there. It's now 17-12. There's a jump serve, and the ace by Leia Gonzalez. That was number 6, Miranda Lopez. Was there, went low, but couldn't get the bump. And that was Gonzalez and Reynolds not on the same page at the net. It results in a Lady Texans point. It's now 18-13, 13 serving 18. That was Fling, the libero. And there's a nice approach there by Reynolds on the net. Able to lightly tap it over, and the Lady Texans not ready for it there on the front row. It's 19-13, 19 serving 13. Aaron Reynolds sends it over. Broughton sends that one into the net. Point over to Ray. 19-14. It's 14 serves 19. Coming to the line is Reina Flores. That's a jump serve. DeBala sets it up, and Broughton into the net, just Flores once again. She sends that one into the net. Ray now leads 20-15. One of their biggest leads of the set, as they have not run away with this one like they did in set number 1, but they lead by 5. This set up by Flores. Poor Perez, but kept alive, played by Victoria West. Dybala sends it into the net. As Ray picks up a point, it's now a 4-point game. And Ray gonna aim to try to get back into this set. They trail 1-0. Fell in the first set, 25-11. As Fling sends this one over and out of bounds, 21-16 now. There's a spike in the kill, and that's number 11, Rachel Goodwin. She's had a heck of a game here for Victoria West. It's 22-16. Served by West. Florida sets it up for cross court for Cran, and controlled by Victoria West. And there's the whistle and the point over to Ray. There's the point after the approach by Cohen. As the ball gets tangled in the net there. It's 23-17. Here's Dybala. Picks up the ace. It's now 24-17, and Victoria West point away as set point comes up. The libero Madison Dybala. On the serve here, Simmons going cross court. Here's a setup for Reynolds. Send back the other way. Here's a setup, Reynolds again, and she's going to get all of that one. And that's how set number 2 ends. Victoria West picks up a 25-17 set 2 win. They lead the match overall 2-0. And let's check out the replay and see how that one ended. As the libero Madison Dybala jump serves to get it started, and she picks up the ace there, and moments later it was Aaron Reynolds who was able to pick up the spike and the kill in the center of the net. She's had a good game, as have a couple of the Victoria West varsity members, especially there on the front row. And Victoria West up 2-0 here, and this best of 5 match, they lead 2-0. Took set 1 25-11 and set number 2 25-17, and we're about 2 minutes away from set number 3, so keep it here. We'll take a commercial break, and on the other side we'll bring you set 3. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
And see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166. Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC.
And we're back here. Set number So Victoria West takes set one pretty handily, 25-11. Closer set number two. About midway through, Ray was in striking distance, but Victoria West just runs away with it down the stretch, and they're now in position to try to pick up a victory in straight sets here as Dybala serves it over, and Leah Cran sends it into the net. Victoria West picks up the first point, and that kill by Simmons goes out past the end line. It's 2-0 Victoria West early on. Here's Dybala, sends it over. Dybala made a nice effort there, but it goes into the net, and that's going to be a point for Ray. It's 2-1 Victoria West here early on. There's a nice approach there. By number 12, Aaron Reynolds. It's 2-all. A little too much on that one by Goodwin. Point over to the Lady Texans. They lead 3-2 here as they try to stave off falling in straight sets here. Victoria West trying to pick up the straight sets, and another nice approach there by Reynolds, and ties it up here in set number 3, 3-all. Here's Flores in the middle. That's Caden Clemens, excuse me, actually number 7, Dalen Zarate with the spike in the kill, sending it cross court for the spike in the kill. There's Alicia Simmons making a play on the outside. It's 4-all here, and Ray going toe-to-toe with Victoria West here in set number 3. Simmons chases it down, sends it over on the bump. The Lady Texans take the lead, and they got a little bit of a spark here in set number 3. As Alicia Simmons, one of the captains for Ray, serves it. Here's a setup, and back the other way, Aaron Reynolds with authority in the center of the net there. 5-all serving Leia Gonzalez. Here's Flores from the corner. Here's a setup for Cohen. Popped up Flores from the outside, sends it cross court. There's a whistle, point over to Ray. 6-5, Lady Texans lead. That's a Flores on the jump serve. Sends it into the net, 6-all. Aaron Reynolds. Sends it over, here's Flores. Setting it up, and that's a point for Madeleine Mendoza, Actually, that was number 8, Leia Cran. It's now 7-6. Number 1, Natalie Cruz. On the serve, sends it into the net, 7-all. Foray needing to take it one set at a time here. They can just keep toe-to-toe and keep Victoria West off the momentum. Give themselves a chance here. What is setting up for Cran. That's going to be a point over to Ray. As the Lady Warriors didn't get the spot there, and 8-7. As Fling sends it over. A little bit too much on that one by Goodwin. She sends it cross court, but out. Ray leads 9-7. Here in the early going is set number 3 as they're looking to force a 4th set. There's Carolyn Cohen on the net for the spike and the kill. It's 9-8, 8-9. Abigail Schley on the serve for the Lady Texans. I mean, the Lady Warriors, but she sends that one over and out. 10-8. And on to serve is number 8, Leia Cran. Simmons sends it over. Here's a setup in the corner for Goodwin. She's going to get the point on the deflection, and there was a couple of Lady Texans there to make a play on it for the block, but they get a piece of it, but it goes out of bounds. Madison DiBala. And Simmons on the center net, waited for that one. Alicia Simmons got all of that one. And Ray stays ahead by 2. It's 11-9. On the serve is Victoria Martinez, number 5 for the Lady Texans. There's a block there by Simmons, sends it over, controlled by Victoria West. Sent over by Gonzalez. Here's a setup by Cran for Simmons in the corner. And there's a block there, double block. That's Leia Gonzalez and Aaron Reynolds making the play for Victoria West. That was a nice setup for Simmons there on the outside, on the far end of the court. Victoria West is there to make a good defensive play. Just Flores bumps it up for Pettis. And there was number 8, Caitlin Gert, trying to make a play on it, and she does, but it goes over and out of bounds, and Texans back up by 2, 12 to 10, 10 serving 12, as Simmons sends it over. A little bit too much on Reynolds as she gets in position for the outside hit, and a little bit too much on it. It's 13-10. Ray leads by 3. On the outside for Flores. And she's going to get the point. As it looked like Reynolds was there to get a piece of it, but goes off of her and out of bounds, and Ray leads 14-10, prompting a timeout by the Lady Warriors. So there's a break in the action, so we'll take a little break ourselves, and we'll be back. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Texas off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
Refugio ISD holds special memories in the hearts of anyone who has ever been part of the school. The Refugio ISD Education Foundation provides resources that will create engaging learning experiences for students. You can be a part of the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Order a brick or a bench, and you will help to build on the tradition of excellence and opportunity that has always been at the heart of Refugio ISD.
Coming out of timeout, Ray picks up another point as a crazy rally goes on just before we come back on the air. It's now 15-10. Just a nice play there defensively by Ray as they've really tightened up on the defensive end. There's a double block, and that goes out. And that was Gonzalez and Reynolds over there. And Ray in business, up 16-10 over Victoria West. Simmons on the serve. It's a back row attack by Goodwin into the net. And another timeout by Victoria West, and they see set 3 slipping fast as they are trying to get back on track here as they see set 3 starting to unravel. So we'll take another quick break and we'll be back right after this.
169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Ray leading Victoria West 17-10 here in set number 3. And Ray's defense just starting to fly all over the court, especially that back row. Flores sends it over. And another block there that goes out of bounds. Reynolds again. Defensively, Ray is just on fire, and there's Flores. You see, she sends that one into the net. 18-11. All the momentum on Ray's side right now. But here's Leia Gonzalez. Seen Victoria West pick up points in bunches. Let's see if they can go on a bit of a run here as they pick up the point here as Ray has nobody there on the front row to pick that one up. It's 18-12, 12 serving 18. And there's Flores. She gets the placement down on the outside hit with a spike in the kill. It's now 19-12. There's a jump serve by Flores. Here's the setup. On the outside, there's a spike in the kill by Daylin Zarate. Nobody there in that part of the floor for Ray. It's back to a 6-point game. Reynolds with the jump serve. Popped up by Cran. Flores tries to make a play at it, and that's going to go out of bounds. 14-19, back to a 5-point game. Couple of straight points here by Victoria West. Aaron Reynolds back on to serve. Flores sets it up for Cran, and that rides the net. And Zarate can't get that to go over the net, and it's now 20-14. And all the momentum Victoria West came into set number 3 with, they have not been able to harness it here in the final set. And this latest set, excuse me, is just the set 3 point comes over to Victoria West. It's now 15-20, and Ray has just come out here, and as we mentioned, defensively, they just been on point. More communication, more movement. Flores sends it over. There's a point. Dybala flew in and couldn't make a point, and Ray continues to roll here. Fling sends it over. Here's a setup. Fling pops it up. Flores is there. Fling sends it over. Played on the back row by Rojas. The outside is Cohen played. That's Flores sending it over. Rojas with the bump. Here's the set. And Cohen into the net, 22-15. There's an approach there by Carolyn Cohen, leads to a point. 22-16, number 9. Abigail Schley on to serve. Point there by Gonzalez. Couple back-to-back points here by Ray. As they trail now by 5 as they try to see if they can make a last-ditch run here in this set. Here's Simmons. Point over Victoria West after the whistle. It's now back to a 4-point game, and Ray wants to talk about it as they try to prevent this set from slipping away from them, as they are well in control right now. Up by 4. Let's take a break. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
The university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We're back here. Set number 3 is best of 5. Corpus Christi Ray having a really solid set, especially on defense. Just been aggressive all over the floor, on the net, on the back row. Just doing everything they can to keep this momentum, and there's an ace delivered there by Abigail Schley, and it's now 22-19, and it was once a 7-point game, 7-point set, I believe, a little while ago, and it's now 22-19. As Victoria West quietly closing the gap there, and there's Flores. Nice play there by James. Nice play there by Ray. And a heads-up play there by Gonzalez. She sends it over, 20-22 now. Victoria West earned that point. Ray did not make that easy. They are playing pretty clutch there on the net, but Victoria West coming back, and there's another ace. It's now a 1-point game, and it just seems like that sizable lead here is slowly dissolving away. And another timeout by Ray. It's 22-21, Ray over Victoria West. But Victoria West on the heels of the Lady Texans. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back.
And Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Victoria Ray having a much better set. Defensively playing well, keeping the Warriors, Lady Warriors off their game here, but Lady Warriors have made a push here late. Here's Simmons, lightly taps it over, and she puts Ray back up by 2. And Ray trying to hold on. And nobody there, and sliding in is number 8. That's Cran. And Madison Dybala coming in to serve for Ray. Victoria West, and she sends that one into the net. And the Lady Texans are a point away from forcing a 4th set. And Leia Gonzalez coming on to serve. There's a heads-up play there by Rachel Goodwin on the net. Set up there, Simmons popped up. There's Gonzalez. And there's a light tap there by Zarate, getting the job done on the outside. It's now 24-all. Caitlin Gurnt on to serve. Flores sends it over. Dybala goes low. And there's Zarate, sends it to the back row. Play Simmons. Light taps it. Dybala sends it over. Played by Cran. And there's a nice play on the net. Set up by Gonzalez, and the kill to Aaron Reynolds. And Victoria West takes the lead, 25-24, point away from stealing set number 3. And the Lady Texans on their heels after watching a large lead evaporate. This one popped up. Simmons. Here's Arate. She's been big here late, and she picks up the cross-court kill from the corner. Daylin Zarate, a couple of clutch plays down the stretch. And Victoria West comes roaring back and secures a victory in straight sets, 25-11, 25-17, and 26-24. And that's going to do it here, folks. Victoria Ray coming out playing much better in set number 3 defensively, putting Victoria West against the wall, but they fought out of it. And they pick up another victory here. Victoria West, Lady Warriors, pick up a victory in straight sets against CC Ray, and that's going to do it here once again for us. My name is Mark Molina, my camera person, Jerry Trevino. Make sure to go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We're on the Roku Network and Apple TV, so make sure to go check us out, and also realsportslive.com. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen.